just say that I'm not surprised, because the impression has been created as if the position is just for anyone. We've had numbers before. During the tenure of Professor Mills, I was privileged to have been a secretary to the committee that was set up to go around the country and evaluate applications for people who wanted to be MMDCEs. What we did was that we go around, there's a regional committee that does the work and shortlist number of applicants for us. And then we'll also go through, interview the applicants. Some of them do some quantitative work for them. And then after that, we will shortlist 3 for the president's committee for consideration. This time, the numbers are just alarming, because we have demeaned the position such a way that it's become a position of patronage.
Patronage?
Yes, everybody at all thinks that because he's worked for the party, he deserves to be the MMDCE. We are not putting emphasis on qualification and competence. We are putting emphasis on reward. So the position has become a reward mechanism for people who were disappointed in the parliamentary primaries or who wanted to hold an executive position and couldn't get. I think seriously going forward, we must critically look at, 1, qualification. Because, let me be frank with you, the amount of resources that goes to the MMDAs, and then looking at our new decentralized system, the professionals who are going to work under the assemblies, be it the engineers, the agric officers, the health professionals, the education officers and things, you need somebody with at least a minimum requirement or qualification.
What should that qualification be?
At least a master's degree.
A master's degree for
yes.
MMDCE?
Yes. Because, you see, that person should, 1, assume some confidence in the people he's working with, for them to trust the ability and the competence and the capabilities of the person, not that this person is knowledgeable enough, at least to some level, he's gone beyond a first degree. That way, it will engender confidence in the people he's going to work with, 1. It also builds that confidence in the person himself in dealing with these people. In one of our rounds, we met a DCE who had difficulty appreciating just the small note we gave him.
Well, that's a powerful anecdotal evidence there of a DCE who can't even read a note. But, Doc, your reaction to that? Minimum qualification, masters.
That would be a serious thing to do in politics and governance, because when you look at our constitution, not even the position of a president do we have an educational qualification. In fact, to be a president of this country, you should be 40 years and above, and then you should qualify to be elected into parliament. No educational qualification. So you cannot put it there for the chief executive. The argument we can give to putting a qualification for the chief executive maybe would be for the name. The name chief executive means you are managing an institution on business basis, so like a corporate institution. And indeed, that is how the local government was conceptualized, that local governments will be managed like a business. You have a chief executive who should manage it like any other institution. Government will give you some resources, but you should also have the business acumen to be able to be so innovative that you mobilize IGF to complement what government would bring. And then also, you would have the professional competence to be able to manage and supervise all these departments.
But the person can read and write. How does he have the competence you talk of?
That is, you see, and that is where we have all politicized it. And if we want to get out of this, then we have to put the position up for election. If we don't go about electing chief executive, every 4 years we'll come to this table and we'll be discussing this issue, because it is the president who appoints the person.
But you think the masters will be too high, but at least a minimum educational qualification at least must be considered?
But that would also be against human rights. You cannot put it in law. That you should have a first degree before you become chief executive. When the position of a president, the position of an MP, the position of a regional minister, the position of an assembly member does not even require a B.E.C.E certificate in law. You can't do that. So what we need to do is to make sure that at least we get the best out of the lot using a structured arrangement.